In today's video, I go to 3 of my local thrift stores and I pick up some pretty interesting stuff. And you know what? I don't pay much for any item that I find. So why don't you come inside and I'll show you everything that happened today. Oh, and maybe I'll take you to lunch if you're paying. Well, as soon as I got inside the store, I walked right over to see what kind of discounts they had today. It was red 25, blue 75, and green 50. The first thing I found at this store was this animated and dancing frog. He sings Kenny Rogers the Gambler while dancing. They were asking $10 for it, but since it had a green sticker, I was getting it for $5 and they resell for $40. I saw this bubblegum dispenser. Well, actually, it dispenses little toys. They were asking $7 for it. It resells for $40 online, so I figured this was a good buy, so it went goodbye. I walked over to this part of the store, and the first thing I saw that I liked was this teapot. It was decorated with elephants. It was made by this company, Otagiri. They were only asking $5 for it, and they're reselling for $30 to $35, so it went home with me. I continued to walk around the store because, like I've told you guys before, they seem to redecorate every week. But there was nothing on this side, so I decided to head to their back room. Well, I never made it to the back room because I saw this ceramic cow. Well, it turns out that it's a bank. It's made by this company, DeGraff. It's called the Moolah Moolah Bank, which I thought was cute. They only wanted $6 for it. These are part of a series, and each one in the series sells for $40. I finally walked into the back room where I saw this training golf club. It's called the Medicus. It helps people learn to swing. They were only asking $3 for it, and on eBay, they're going for $30. I've sold a lot of those swing training golf clubs before, so I was pretty sure this one was going to sell too. Well, it did. I ended up getting $29.95 for it, plus $12.95 shipping. And that's pretty much what I expected to get. At store number 2, I find this really pretty unicorn wall clock. I also find these 3 brand new in-a-box Lego games. So come on, I want to show you all this stuff. Oh, and don't be late. When I got to this store, I decided to start my search on their toy aisle. And the first thing I saw were these 3 brand new in-a-box Lego games. They were asking $12.99 for them, and when I looked them up, as a group, they're selling for well over $50. I continued to walk around the toy aisle where I saw this interactive Groot. He answers questions, he dances, he sings. They were only asking $3.99 for him, and online he's going for around $30. The last thing I found in this toy section was this Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse action figure. They were asking $7.99 for it, and online they're selling for over $30. Not bad, so it definitely went home with me. I walked over to another part of the store where I saw this really cute unicorn wall clock. They were only asking $3.99 for it, which was a great price. I looked these up, and they're reselling for $20 to $25. This row had a whole bunch of baskets on it. But I rarely buy baskets, maybe one or two a year. So I kind of got down the aisle a little bit faster than usual and headed to another aisle. On one of the last rows at this store, I saw this really nice looking Jim Shore cat. Now they were asking $7.99 for it. That's a little bit high, but he was selling for $30, so he went home with me. At store number 3, I find this kid's sleep training alarm clock. Now, if you have little ones, you're going to want to see this because I know what it's like to be woken up when you want to sleep and then your whole day's ruined and the kid's crying. And, it's horrible. But with a kid training alarm clock, you could teach them to stay in bed for a while. Okay, well, come on and I'll show you. And even if you don't have little ones, it was still a fun thing to find. A few hours after I got to this store, I found my first item. It was this Australian Naturals hand balm set. They were asking $4.99 for it. It was brand new. And when I checked these on eBay, they're selling for $30. When I got to this row, I saw that dog that turned out to be a child training clock. It teaches the little ones to stay in bed until that white ball lights up. They were asking only $4.99 for it, and these are selling for over $30 online. Not bad, huh? The next thing I found was this vintage handheld Pac-Man game. I had one of these years ago. They were asking $4 for it, and these are reselling for around $20. This row had a whole bunch of stuff on it, but it was a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't care about. I checked out a few prices, and they were either too high or the items were just too junky. Soon as I got to this aisle, I noticed this brass container. They were asking $4.99 for it, and it even came with a measuring spoon inside it. Well, I looked these up, and I think I should get $20 to $25 for it. I started to walk down this row when I noticed up on the top shelf this animated and musical dog. It was a Valentine's gift. He sings the song Shout. I thought he was really cute. They only wanted $4.99 for him, and he resells on eBay for $25 to $30. I walked around the corner where I saw another plush animal. It was this rabbit. He sings hip-hop songs. He was called Hippity Hoppity Rabbit. They wanted $4.99 for him also, and he resells for $25 to $30. Well, everybody, that's it for this week, so I'll see you again really soon. Oh, I just want to give you an update on my operation. It's been almost 3 months now, and I'm finally starting to feel better. So I'm going to try to get out a video every week again. I'm not sure if that'll happen yet, but I'm going to try. Okay, stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you soon.